everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello. Hi, Candy Cooks. Hello, hello. Thank you for joining us. Today we're going to be going live with Yoga Tale. So stay tuned and we're going to get started. If you're joining us for the first time, welcome. My name is Mary. I'm the founder of the Diasporic Nigerian. This is pretty much a multimedia platform that's dedicated to celebrating Nigerian excellence as well as bridging the gap between Nigerians, Nigerian youth here in Canada with the larger Nigerian Canadian community here. Pretty much like this live video is part of our Nigerian Professionals in Canada series. And today we're going to be going live with Jane all the way from Montreal, and she's from Yoga Tale. So if you've never done yoga before, today is the day that you try yoga. So stay tuned, okay? I know that you're here, so maybe you can send a request and then I can add you to the live. Hi everyone, thank you for joining us. Thank you, thank you. Jen, if you want to send me a request. Hi, Danesi. Okay, I see your request. So before we let her in, I'm just going to do a quick introduction. And then when she comes in, she will do another introduction of herself because she's cool like that. But pretty much Jane Eiyegbenin is a 5th-year PhD candidate at McGill University. We love that. She started practicing yoga in 2014 as a form of exercise. It's dramatically improved her balance, strength, flexibility, and she's also seen a lot of improvement in her mental health. And it has helped her, alleviate her stress levels, and she's more at peace. In her free time though, she likes to hike, she likes to bike, and she loves to travel. And she believes that everyone should do yoga. So without any further ado, I'm going to let her in. And then she'll tell us a little bit more about herself. Hello.
Hello,
How
hello.
are you?
I'm good. Thanks for having me.
No problem, no problem. You look so nice. Look at you with the makeup, and I'm
Thanks.
thinking,
I know. I was
should I
like,
have makeup on for yoga? I don't know.
you know what? I was like, see, this is the first time people are seeing me. I gotta represent myself. Gotta put myself out in a very good way.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay, okay, okay. So since you're here, I want you to reintroduce yourself by yourself. Tell us who you are. I know you said
Okay.
you started yoga in 2014, but tell us a little bit more about you.
Okay. So, well, I'm Nigerian. Obviously from Edo State.
Come on, we love
Uh,
Edo people.
I know, right? And I started so I came to Canada in 2012, and I started my yoga in 2014. The reason I started yoga was because I wanted to exercise, but I did not want to sweat. I did not want to be ha ha ha. So I was like the best thing for me was to start yoga. So what I just did was YouTube channel. Like I was like, oh, yoga on YouTube, and I started doing it, and it was just how it started. And ever since then, it's been great. And when I started, there was no, I think now because of Instagram and everything, we're seeing yoga on Instagram, there might be pressures to, oh, do this type of pose, you should not do this type of pose. And that's not it. It's mental. It's a lot of mental, a lot of breathing, a
Okay.
lot of slow and steady wins the race.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. And yeah, so now I'm a PhD student at McGill University. I'm doing chemistry. I'm a chemist. And so yeah, it has been yoga and chemistry has been a very good mix for me because I would have lost my mind.
Wow. That is so interesting. So I know you said you came here in 2012. Have you always been in Montreal?
No, I did my undergrad in Queen's University in Kingston, and then I moved to Montreal for grad school.
Nice. Usually people move to Toronto, but you decided
Nah,
Montreal.
okay. I came to Montreal. I remember I was my second year, and then I that's when I first came to Montreal, and I loved the because Kingston doesn't have it did not have any diversity,
Oh
so I
yeah.
loved the diversity, and I was like, you know what, I like this place. It's nice, and I was like, I have to come here. But like I knew that I couldn't leave there, like go work there because I did speak French. So I was like, what's the best thing? School. That's why I found myself here.
I love that. I love that. And are you like learning French as you go, or okay, it's okay. You survive. You survive. It's okay.
We'll be all right. Don't worry. I'm moving down there to come and join you guys very soon.
All
The aim
right.
is that when I graduate, I'm just taking my bags down to
Yeah.
Ontario, like very slowly and quietly. Montreal has been nice.
That's okay. That's okay. All right. So one more icebreaker question before we get started. I know you said you love to travel. So if you
Yes.
could travel somewhere right now, where would it be and why?
If I could travel somewhere right now, but I'll be in Nigeria, man. I'll be in Nigeria. I'll be at home. I'll be at home. I don't know why. Like I think during this pandemic time has kind of I've lost the before I'll be like, bruh, I need to travel. Like I need to go here, I need to go there. But now I'm like, I want to go home. I wanna
Wow.
go home. So like be at
Listen,
home.
nah. I've been like, this is the year that I finally was supposed to go back home, and then this happened. I'm just like, we're going to travel. One way or the other, it's gonna happen. It's gonna
I you
happen.
know, I'm like, hopefully, Sha, hopefully we can travel.
That's okay. That's okay. That's all right. All right. So tell us, like, what is yoga? Like, I feel like I've been hearing about yoga, but I feel like we don't
Ah,
really know what yoga is. So, what
can
is
I
yoga, and why should everyone do yoga?
okay, can I describe yoga? Well, it's a form of exercise, I think, that incorporates like, mental, physical, sometimes spiritual. I think that's also, is a thing for some people. It's like it encompasses everything and like because you can have like because I don't want to say like slow movements, but intentional movements. It's not just you're not doing like ha 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 ha. No, it's very intentional, regardless of whether and sometimes it goes like fast, sometimes it goes slow. But I would say yoga is a very intentional form of exercise. And I guess that'll be my best definition, to be honest. I did not go, I should have Googled it.
No, that's okay. That's totally cool because I come from more of a Zumba background. So I feel like,
Okay.
Zumba is like hype, although there's, times where you get to cool down. But
Yeah.
then yoga is just okay, you start like mellow and all of that. So
Yeah. Yeah. No, but
that's
like
really good.
the interesting thing about yoga, because there are different types of yoga, right? You have the more relaxational yoga, which is like, slow. And then you have like good, like fast paced yoga, like power yoga, where you're just like, at first it's starting slow, before you know, yeah. And sometimes I'm like, this is too much, but this is not, it's so
Yeah.
yeah, that's why I'm like saying that it's not necessarily slow because it depends on the type of yoga you're doing. And
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. And what was your first yoga session like?
Okay, so the first yoga my first yoga session was in my room. YouTube, and I put the video and I was doing it, and it was then I realized no, like I always knew my balance was like non-existent. Like I could not balance for nothing.
Yeah.
I'll just be walking, I'll just trip. Like I'll trip and legit fall. Like I did not understand it. And so doing yoga and always falling a lot, and then with time I just saw myself getting better.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think me doing my first session in my room was good for me because I don't know if I was gonna be falling in front of people like that.
It's just like I just rather fall in my room. I see myself. I pick myself back up.
you know,
Nobody's there to judge me.
you know, yeah.
I'm
But
here
like
for it.
the thing with going to a class, I also because it's like pros and cons, right? Is
Yeah.
that you have better alignment. Someone watching you do it can align you better. Just that if you're doing by yourself, with time you would align yourself. So depending on how you want to go about it, do you want to have your alignment from the get go, or you yourself consciously aligning yourself each time? So yeah.
That's interesting. Wow. And a lot of times I hear that yoga is about flexibility. So for you to start yoga, do you have to be flexible?
At all. At all. Okay, when I started yoga, I was Oh God, if you could pick the most inflexible person in the room, that would have been me. Okay. And now I'm not even fully there yet. So it has been a journey. And I think what most people do because you want to start doing the fancy yoga like poses, you would want to force yourself, like you want to force the thing. And I'm like, nah, it could take you 10 years, it's fine, but like it's a journey. So no, just started. There are a lot of yoga things. In short, yoga practice doesn't need flexibility. It's only like extreme, yoga poses that need flexibility. And with time, your body will just become, more open. And yeah.
That's fair. So what is your favorite yoga pose?
Okay. So anything inversions. Like I'm more like if I headstand, forearm stand, handstand would be my favorite, but I can't hold myself there yet.
Okay.
Soon. But anything inversion. The reason I liked inversions was because it did not require flexibility. Because I wasn't flexible. But just doing like, the yoga, exercises, I got to build my core. And I think that was like, and now I can hold myself up in inversions. Don't maybe, when I build my flexibility to change. I'll not tell you that it's a split. But
Wow,
for
I
now,
can't
it's
deal.
inversions.
I can't deal. So that sounds great, but also sounds hard. So I'm really hoping that we don't start with that.
No, 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 no. Oh no, don't worry. Today is very like light stretching, the kind of like if you were sitting down for hours, what you would need afterwards. Like
Uh,
yeah, that's
I
what.
think this is very helpful, especially now that we're home or some of us are working from home, and a lot of times we spend more time at home these days. I think this is beautiful, considering that sometimes I also have super long work days. This
Yeah.
I'm happy that we're gonna get into that. But hi everyone, if you're just joining us, welcome. My name is Mary. I'm the founder of the Diasporic Nigerian. Right now we're with Jane from Yoga Tale, and we're just talking all things yoga. And in a few minutes, we're gonna switch over to doing yoga live. So if this is going to be your first time, so it's okay. We're on the same boat. It's all good. It's all good. All right, all right, all right. So now we're gonna switch you over to some more questions. So, what are some yoga misconceptions that are out there, and how do we deconstruct?
Mm, okay. So I guess the first yoga misconception is that you cannot lose weight with yoga. I think, they're like, oh, it's slow. You cannot be, you're not sweating as much as you'll be sweating on the treadmill. And I think a lot of times that I think that's just a big misconception on its own. That if you're not sweating, you're not losing weight. Because when you're sweating, the only weight you lose is water weight. If you drink water back, you gain back the water weight you've lost, right? It's a net loss. So yeah, I think that's one of the biggest, like, no, I need to be, doing this, doing that, and that. But then it's a lot of times it's just consciously. And people don't realize that brain uses a lot of calories, right? Like if you are using your brain a lot, you are going to be burning a lot of calories. That's why, they tell kids, oh, breakfast is the most important meal of the day, where it's like you need to have calories able to like, perform mentally. So yoga is sort of mental stuff. So I think you just by that you're really burning, calories, and also you're building muscle tone. I think that's the biggest thing. Because if you are more muscular, you'll probably burn more like calories.
Yeah.
Because so for like 6 years I had not been to the gym. All my yoga was in my room. Okay, my room was my parlor.
Wow.
So last year I was like, you know what? I want to grow a big nyash, I want to grow, a booty. I'm going to go to the gym and go and squat. So I went to the gym and they are like, oh, you know what, let's measure your body fat percentage, whatever. I was like, fine, it's going to be, in my mind, I was like, it's going to be high.
Yeah.
And I go measure it where they pass like, electric pulses through your body. And it's like a, feedback response thingy. And they're like, oh, wow, you're 17% fat. And I was like, what? I
You're
was like,
like,
wait. I was like, huh? I was like, but I'm not like been to the gym. I don't lift. I don't nothing. I just do yoga. They're like, oh yeah, like you build a lot of muscle. You lose weight doing yoga. Like, you just build those muscle and you're building long muscle. Like, you're stretching, you're building, you're stretching, you're building. So it's, yeah. Under testosterone is about the whole flexibility for sure. That one because you basically become flexible through yoga.
Hmm.
Uh, a third one would be, oh, maybe somebody that is bigger would be like, oh, I can carry myself, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, that's not the truth. Like, that's not it at all. You can carry yourself. Like, you just build those muscle, build those, like, the strength, and you'll be able to carry yourself. Yeah, I
This-
think, yeah, those are my misconceptions.
Nah, those are fair. I think the last one you said too, because I've seen bigger people do like yoga, and they've done like videos as well where they talk about the fact that people usually think that yoga is for one body type, but yoga is really for
It's
everybody.
for
And,
everybody.
that
Yeah,
we shouldn't
like,
be letting whatever it is that people are saying, or like
yeah.
this positions that we're seeing discourage us from wanting to learn yoga. So I think that's key. That's very important.
Yeah, I think that's also a big thing. I'm like, because when I started doing yoga, as I said, I didn't have Instagram poses, right? I was just doing it because, but now that's like, it's like everybody that is doing yoga is doing this extreme pose, and you're like, bruh, I can't do this. And I think that's discouraging people from starting.
Yeah,
Because it took me 6 years, like, along the way, right?
yeah.
And it's a beautiful journey, just watching yourself, like sometimes like right now I can go on like my explore page and I see a yoga pose and I'm like, yeah,
Like
can't do
please,
that.
please,
Exactly,
not
exactly.
today, not
And then I watch behind the scenes where it's like they show you how to get, because a lot of times it's how to get into the pose, right? And I do it and I'm like, oh my god, oh my god.
Yeah, that's fair. I see a couple more people have joined us in the comments. Hi, how's everyone doing? If you've done yoga for the first time or before, let us know in the comments. If you've not, that's fine. Join my gang. We've not done it before. Comment as well. Please let us know. I also know that some of your family members are in the comments.
Yes.
So when you started yoga, what was that like for them? Like, did they say
Oh,
anything? How did they take it?
okay, funny enough, my younger sister that is here, she's very encouraging. Like whatever you are doing, she's all for it. So it was like I remember like friends, right? That would be like laughing, like what the fuck, like what are you doing? And I don't know, I was just like it's working for me, and stuff like that. It's crazy knowing, like, seeing how, I guess, before when I started, it was more like, what are you doing? And now it's like, oh my god, like, wow. And then going home, when I go back to Nigeria and stuff, I don't really do a whole sequence. I just like maybe like show them pose. I'm like, oh, can you do this, can you do that? And they're always like amazed. They're like, oh my god. But yeah, no, family, yeah, great. Friends, great. And it's, yeah,
Wow,
I'm
interesting. Like
yeah.
there's times that I've heard that yoga is not a Nigerian thing. So what would you say to that?
Okay, I don't think it's an anybody's thing I mean, now, today, in today's world, right? It's not an anybody's thing. Everybody does yoga. And because I remember growing up and there was this Asian guy that was like, because obviously we could see into their compound and he was doing yoga and everybody was like, bruh, what? I mean, just like laughing, just stupidly. And I just imagine, and I'm seeing myself with that person.
Yeah.
And also, I think another big misconception about yoga is that it's like a religion, right? It's like, oh, if you are doing yoga, you will depart from God. You will not be this other person. And I think that's so wrong. Like, it's very wrong. Some people make it spiritual. Some people don't make it spiritual. But yoga is for everybody. I think a lot of Nigerians should start doing yoga because you can do it in your room, right? You don't have to go to the gym. You are just active at any time. This whole pandemic, with people not being able to go to the gym and lift weights and stuff, like, I did not even feel the whole gym because I was not even going anyway. But like, I didn't feel it. Like, I was just doing what I was doing. And also, like, when I go home, because my sister, she goes to the gym, right? And when I go home, I'm just like, well, it's just put you YouTube and be doing what I'm doing. I don't need any equipment, right? And then she's like, oh, I wish I have a weight. I wish I had it, blah, blah, blah. I wish I had it that. So it's a very cheap way to get fit. And I would highly recommend it for our fellow Nigerians out there.
Well, since you're recommending, what are some yoga essentials that we need? Obviously, you
Ah,
said YouTube, but like, what else do we need to actually
okay.
go through a session?
All right. You need a good mat. I'll tell you that much because a lot of time you're always on your knees, and if your mat is not like thick enough, you start having like knee, like your joints and stuff, your knee, especially your knee. I remember those days when I would get into our, they're like, oh, do this, and I'm doing this, and the person's like so comfortable doing it, and I'm just here like my
How?
knees, like my knees paining me, until I don't know why I was like, oh, let me just change my mat. Let me get like a thicker mat and just change everything. Everything. Get a very good thick mat. And also probably yoga blocks too. I think these are the like two things. I'll say yoga blocks and straps. Yeah, that would help you modify a lot of, poses that you're gonna get into.
I think that's important because you're talking about yoga mats and talking about my knees because I think it was 2 months ago when I started this workout program, and there's a lot of new workouts, and I'm just like, bruh,
I know, right?
I cannot. I just like I need my knees to survive. Listen, I need my knees to survive. So
Yeah, I
it's good that you
understand.
said that. I will go and invest in a better yoga mat.
Yo, it changes everything. It changes the game. Like your
Uh,
knee, your elbows, because you're gonna be on your elbows. It depends. Like if you do a lot of inversions, you're gonna be on your elbows a lot. It changes everything. See, unnecessary things, eliminate it from your life. Unnecessary pain, eliminate it.
Come on, let us know. Let us know. All right, all right, all right. So, what is your? I think this is kind of the last question, but what
Okay.
is your advice for yoga beginners, people that are just starting yoga?
Ah, okay. Breathe.
Okay.
That's the first one.
Uh-huh.
Breathe, because a lot of times you're going to be in uncomfortable positions that you've never been before. You're going to be working muscle groups that you've never worked before. They're going to feel very uncomfortable. And for you to get past them is for you to breathe during these poses and also do them regularly. Because if you do it today and then you do it like in a month's time, you are not really advancing in you're trying to stretch the muscle, right? So you'll not necessarily be advancing. So I would say breathe in poses, take deep breaths. You are going to need it. You are going to need it. You are going to be, you are going to, and practice a lot. Like incorporate it into your, daily things. Like because sometimes I don't even need like a whole video. I could just be writing for hours. Because right now I'm writing my thesis, right? So I'm just sitting down for hours,
Yeah.
and I get up and I can feel some, joints and like, muscle things. And I just like get and just flow, just move my body. That is yoga, just move, do this, stretch here, stretch there, stretch neck, stretch da da da. So these are like all yoga. And I start stretching your breathing and it's just, yeah.
I think it's important to remember to breathe because you're just like, let me just do this, let me finish this.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
you realize that you cannot.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And also, like, when I talked about joining the gym last year for like a couple of months,
Yeah.
it's all like, and I realized that, like, every time the teacher is like, oh, do this, and it's very fast paced, and they're like, breathe. And I'm like, bruh, I'm breathing. Like, I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, what? I'm not breathing. you know, you know, you know? And I think, yeah, I got that from yoga. The fact that just breathe through it. Just remember to breathe. You're consciously telling yourself, breathe, breathe, breathe. So, yeah.
Okay, I love that. I love that. So I know you're going to be taking us through some routines, but do you usually teach people, or is this going to be your first time teaching?
This is gonna be my first time teaching. I'm
Love that. Love
excited.
that.
I'm excited. Because I want to like that's my goal to because I can teach because funny enough, like the gym that I went to, they're doing yoga classes, and and I went to the yoga class, and after the yoga class, I stayed back, I stayed behind, and I was like, oh, I'm trying to get into a handstand. I want to be able to get into a handstand and stay there. Do you have any tips? And the lady did not have any tips. She's like, oh wow. And then I'm like, I can do an elbow stand. She's like, oh, I can't even do that. I was like, hmm, wow,
Exactly. Exactly.
wow.
See,
you know,
like this reminds me
yeah.
of. I think there was a live I was on a couple weeks ago where the person was just like, "Don't disqualify yourself. Don't think that because you don't have this and you don't have that, that you're not good enough to do that thing that you
Mm-hmm,
want to do."
mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm.
case in point, you know,
Yeah, I
please,
know.
please,
Like, I
please start to
mean,
teach all of us. You know, I'm super excited to learn though. Yeah, I've just seen a couple of my friends do it. Shout out to IJ and Ugali. Like I see them do it all the time, and I'm just like, oh, mom, what is that leg? Like my leg cannot go that far, but
which is
like my
true.
leg probably can. You know, I'm just like I don't want to delve in
Exactly.
there yet. I'm sure that my leg can go that far.
Yeah,
So
yeah. And it's funny because, of course, at this point, your leg cannot go that far, right? And then, like, a couple of months or like weeks, because a lot of times it's just for your body to be like open. You just need to be more open, right? And then you're seeing yourself like, ah, okay. And that's something I love because I'm like, whenever life gets so stressful, like
yeah,
school and stuff, I can always rely on my body.
yeah, that's
I'm
fair.
just, yeah,
That's
I just,
good. That's
yeah,
really good because there's times that just like when I'm stressed, like my body's done. My body's like, yeah, you're gonna need to take a seat right now and relax and not do nothing. So that's important. I like
yeah,
I like that.
yeah.
Okay. So at this point, I think it's time for us to switch over and do a 1-2 thing.
All
Um,
right, all right, all
so
right.
I'm gonna like, do you want us to end for now and then start a new live, or do you want us to just do it in this one?
Oh no, we can just do it in this one. It's fine. Like I
Okay,
just put my stuff on the floor and I'm
I'm
ready to
ready. I'm
go.
ready. I'm ready.
All right, all
I'm
right.
ready.
Oh, I was gonna even ask you. I was like, oh, would you want to play around or would you like? Because I said it's I want it is like more like a stretching and stuff and like loosening the joints and
Whatever you
stuff.
want to do to me, do it,
But
please.
all right, all right, all
Please,
right. We are gonna be
I'm
playing.
down.
I
I'm
can throw in
down.
some playing things in there. Just see how far. Just
Okay.
you know.
Wow. Now I'm terrified.
No. Don't be. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, I asked you if you had blocks. Okay,
I
don't
don't.
worry. We'll be all right. We'll be all right. Don't
Okay.
worry.
All
We'll be
right.
good. We'll be good.
Let me arise. I
All
have
right.
my yoga mat set up here, but I don't even know if anybody can see.
And
You
yeah,
know
I
how
have
I
my
feel like
own
they
yoga
can't see
mat
my face.
set up here. I
Okay.
don't.
Let me
Yeah.
move this
Let me.
back.
I think. I think it's. Oh yeah. So I think I'm good. I think yeah. Right.
Okay.
You can see the whole of me. Yeah.
Yes, I can see the whole of you. I feel like people can't see the whole of me, but it'll be fine. Everybody will be fine. Let me move this up. Okay. Logistics. Wow. Okay. What should I do? Should I be down?
Oh yes. So you're gonna sit on your mat.
Wow. Okay. Let me take this back down again.
Oh wait, look at my phone. Like it's like getting like dark. Okay.
Yeah, please don't join me and be embarrassed like this. Please join me.
Don't worry, don't worry. That's no embarrassment. Like I think, and that's the,
Oh my
and
god.
that
Okay.
okay, and that's the first thing that we're going to like kind of like work through is the fact that like obviously through this practice, there's some times that our body can't do it right now, but like it's okay. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
don't know why the thing is like my
Now I feel like you're disconnected. Wow. Okay. See? The weather doesn't want us. I don't know if it's the weather, if it's the internet. I feel like the internet doesn't want us to do this live yoga session. I can't hear you, Jade. I don't know where you are, but
oh sorry, are
okay,
we sorry? My
you're
phone
back
keeps on
down.
like blacking out. Like it's the what do you call it? I don't know. How do I prevent it from going like black screen?
You just have to still be active. I think it was because you were a little far from the phone.
Oh, okay. Because I actually need to. Okay, let me take it closer a little bit. Maybe it's gonna help.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So, so we are here, and I guess the first thing is always to set an intention. So basically, our intention is that no matter what happens during this practice, it's fine. It does not mean that you can't do it. It just means that your body needs a little bit more time. It's okay. Because a lot of times, even us I would fall out of a pose. The point is like you just get back there or you take a break. Knowing when to take a break is very important.
So I
Okay.
think a few people just joined us. We're trying to do yoga for the first time. That's why you see on the ground. So don't be scared. Yeah, in the comfort of your houses, try, join us.
Yeah, you can
Let's
join
do
us.
this.
I have like modifications. I have like blocks and stuff. We're gonna see how we're gonna all modify, everything. All
Um,
right. So right now you're sitting on your heels. If you are more comfortable, you can sit like on your bum and like press your leg. So doesn't
Okay.
matter how high your
I feel like people won't see me again. Hi.
Oh yeah, you're gonna be on the floor. Because I have a stand, so that's why it's better for me.
Let me do this. Let me bring this down. I
Okay.
feel like that might be better.
Yeah, because we're gonna be on the floor. We're gonna be on our mats. We're not. I don't think we're not gonna. Yeah.
Hi, people. I'm gonna watch this after and be like, what is going on?
I know, right?
All right, we're
All
here.
right. Okay. So the first thing is we want to like wake up our spine. We're just gonna do a couple of rows.
Okay.
So okay. So you're gonna put your hands on your knee and you're gonna breathe in. So when we breathe in, we're gonna take our chest like round, and then when you breathe out, you're coming back
Okay.
to your starting position. All
Okay.
right. So you're gonna breathe in. You're gonna like do breathe in and you breathe out. So when you come back, you want to like hollow back, kind of like pushing your chest in, and we just do this. So it's to wake up you like your spine. All right. So I'm about to breathe.
Wow. This is very interesting.
I know, I know. And then we're gonna go the other way.
Okay.
Okay, counterclockwise. All right. Okay, so we're gonna meet in the middle. You're gonna put your right hand down on the mat, and then you're gonna use your left hand to like kind of gently press the side of your head. So what you're doing is stretching your right hand side. So we're just gently stretching, we're pulling. So you should feel like the stretch like right here. All right. And then you just basically take this in, you breathe. All right. And then we'll move on to the other side.
Wow, I feel so relaxed. I'm just like, let me just stay here, you know?
And it's good. It's good. See, I go natural up here. All right. And then, okay, you check out our necks and stuff. And you take your hands up. You want to pull, yeah, to the left. So you put your right hand to your left. So what you're doing is stretching your side body right here. So you're just like pulling. And in the midst of pulling, you're kind of taking your chest upward. So you don't want to pull like this. You want to be pulling like this.
Okay. I feel like I fixed that.
Yeah. And then we take it to the other side. All right. Okay. Then you push out. So basically hollow back. Okay. And then take your hands to the back and push your chest forward. So this is like a heart opener. So we do this. And then you can take your head back if you want. Okay. So
The
next we're
people
gonna
that are
go.
watching, don't let me do this by myself. I want you to be doing this with me. Honestly. Okay.
All right, so we're gonna go into our all fours. So this way we're
All
gonna
right.
do our cat cow.
Wow, okay.
Okay. So what is this is basically also waking up the spine. Oh, and this is going dark again.
I can still see you.
Okay, that's great because all right, all right. So you want to breathe in. We're gonna drop our bellies and take our chest through our hands. You're breathing in. So this is cat. And then when you breathe out, you want to breathe everything out and you want to push your chest through your hands. And it's going dark again. All right. Just can you tell me when you no longer see me?
For
Because I will know.
sure.
Okay. And then you
Okay, now I feel like I can't see you. Instagram is like, this is not happening. Yeah, I can't see you or hear you anymore. Hi, y'all. If you're just joining, we're live with Yoga Tale. We were trying to figure out some beginner yoga moves, which is why I am down here. Either her internet or her phone. So now she has left, but I think I see what you're saying. Okay, she should be filming the other way. Okay. So I think what's going to happen is we're probably going to end this live and then we're gonna try to go back on another. Okay, never mind. She's here, so we're going to figure it out. All right.
Yeah, so
Hello.
hello, I saw the comment and I just switched it.
Okay, let's do this.
Oh, oh, is that why it's coming in and out? Like it was,
Probably.
ah,
Probably.
ah, okay. I
All
think,
right.
I think we're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
All right. So we are like right here, right? We are doing the cacao.
All right.
All right. So you breathe in and you breathe out. Okay. So now I want us to stretch our upper back. So you're gonna see your knees are still gonna be where it is, like underneath your hips. You're gonna walk your hands forward.
Good.
Okay. And then what you want to do is you're trying to get your chest to the mat. Sometimes it's not gonna get there, but just try. So we're just doing this.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And you should feel it like in your upper back, like it really stretches your upper back. And you're just gonna like stay here for a little bit and breathe.
I feel like my hands is like shaking and my hand is like, what is happening?
I know. It's just, okay. Are we good? All right.
Yes.
And then we're gonna get out.
We're quite good.
All right. So now we want to stretch our hips like we want to stretch more like our legs. This is where your flexibility, is gonna be tested.
All right.
You're gonna take your right feet and put it in between your hands. So basically you're on a low lunge. Yeah?
Okay. I feel like this is like logistically, wow.
Okay. So now so what you're doing is stretching. So your hands on your knees, okay? So what you want to do is like you want to like angle your tailbone down and like so you're trying to pull in like you're pulling up and you're pulling down. So this is going down, your head is pulling up because you don't want to dump all your weight on like in your hips. Okay? So what this does is stretches the hip flexors. So now if you want to go into a split, this is what needs to be very flexible.
It's some support. Like my flexibility is like no.
Yeah. Oh, that's if it becomes too hard, you can ease out. Like you can just ease out, or you can like lean forward. So when you lean forward, then the stuff is no longer on your hip flexor; it's now on your thighs.
Okay.
Okay. And now you're gonna take your hand to the floor. Okay, and then we're gonna do half splits. So what that does is it stretches your hands. So no, we are not splitting. We are just like straightening the right leg.
All right.
Okay. Yeah. So it's called a half split. I know. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
So for this, so you could be up here. It's totally fine. And then with time, what you want to do is like walk forward. So you're trying to get your chest to your legs. So you're trying to be like straight spine, trying to get your chest in. Okay. And with time, you'll be able to like just let's get chill out here.
Yeah, that was not gonna happen.
I know. Okay, and then we're gonna go back to our lunge.
Wow.
Our low lunge. No, take your time. It's fine.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch this and be like, why did I sign up?
Okay. So you're gonna put your left hand on the floor, and you're gonna take your right hand up. So you're basically in a twist, right? Okay. So if you can look up, you look up. If you don't want to look up, you can always look at your mat. And we're gonna just stay here for like 2 breaths. Just chill here. You're twisting, you're stretching, everything is stretching.
Wow.
It's going great.
Definitely going great.
Okay,
wow.
And then you're gonna pick up your you're gonna pick up your back knee up.
Oh, we're not. Oh shit.
I love these classes. We're almost done. Don't worry, okay? We are just here, we are just doing this, to say breathe, you want to be breathing. Okay, and then you're gonna put your hands down, slide your leg, and then you're gonna be in the plank. Okay.
Love that.
So now from your plank, you can either do two things. You can go straight to chaturanga, or we can just modify with your knee on the floor. We're gonna do like a low plank and go all the way to our tummies, like slowly. So you're just gonna do this. Okay, get to your tummy, and then we're gonna take a baby cobra. So you're just like reaching up.
I'm still here, I promise.
Okay. All right. And then from here, we're gonna go all the way to a down dog. All right. So the aim of this down dog is called a resting pose. I don't know who. Okay, this is gonna go black again.
It's definitely not a resting pose.
I know that's like a resting pose, right? So you're in your down dog. The aim is to get your body to be a letter V. So if you are like here, you just want to bend your knees, okay, and and lift your bum up. All right, and I don't want to end this live. I don't know how my phone is going in and out.
No, it's perfect. So this is what's gonna happen. Listen, I feel like I'm sweating. Do y'all understand? Wow. Okay. If you're just joining us, we were doing some intro to yoga. That's why you're seeing us the way we are.
I know, right? All sweaty.
So yeah, I was cute. Well, I'm still cute.
Yeah, still cute, like very cute.
Listen, y'all. Yoga will definitely make you sweat. This was just stretches, and yeah, you gotta remember to breathe. But yes, I think this is where we're going to leave it today. Another day, me and you can figure out, how we're gonna do this properly, and then I'm gonna probably put like my computer or my phone over there so people can really see us. But
yeah.
Well, thank you for pretty much doing this with us. I love that.
Yes, I'm happy that they did it with us. That's so nice.
I'm glad that people are doing this with us. I love that. But anyway, thank you so much for joining us on the Diasporic Nigerian today. This is this was one for the book.
This was interesting,
People are gonna watch this and be like, "What is happening?" I was just trying yoga for the first time, but I think we should definitely bring you back and do this again. We'll just go straight into the yoga itself and the whole first part of the interview. But I just want to say thank you so much to everyone who's joining in right now. You're on the Diasporic Nigerian. Please follow us. Please share our content. This live video is part of our Nigerian Professionals in Canada series, and I'm looking for Nigerian professionals all across Canada to pretty much, come on here, talk about whatever it is that they do, show us how they do things, and we want to join in. This is interesting for me. I want more people to do more things like this with me, so please, please, please. Also, make sure you're following yoga_tale. Please, please, please make sure you're supporting Nigerian professionals all across Canada. And yes, again, follow us on the Diasporic Nigerian. So thank you so much, Jane, for coming.
Thank you for having me.
This is really good. I'm not going to forget this in a minute. I'm just like, wow. Wow. Like, even when I do like Zoom boot camps online, I hardly ever turn on my camera. And it's just like, now I'm doing this live in front of
I know, like, and it's crazy, right? It's crazy. I know. And don't worry, soon.
But yeah.
Soon you'll be flying. You'll be like, how do you do that? You'll be like, don't worry, I'll show you.
But I think for sure though, I think I'm gonna like try to incorporate this more into my life just because why not? Like, I'm restarting my workout plan, so like this will probably like go in line with that as well. So anyway,
good.
Thank you so much for joining us on the Diasporic Nigerian today. We had a great time with you. We hope to have you back on here. Please, everyone continue to support Nigerians wherever they are.
Yes.
And I will see all of you on our next video.
Thank you.
No problem. Take care. Bye.